All right, here we are, 1500 on September 20th, 1944, Somme with the wind. This was the moment when the Germans had the best chance to win the entire battle. As elements of the 107th Panzer Brigade arrived in the area, they began massing to attack the corridor that held the lifeline for all of Market Garden. Pressed to attack before he felt he was ready, Major von Moltzow launched his attack in the late morning of the 20th. The major's reticence would be telling later. His initial plan was to drive over the Damel. Oh, that's not the Damel. At hex 7166, which is not on this map, and attempt to cut off the Allies to the south. As he approached the battlefield, he was told by a Dutch farmer that the bridge over the Damel was too weak to support the German tanks. The major redirected his attack, and as luck would have it, it now was approaching the most vulnerable point of the entire Allied front. He approached just to the north of Vellamina Canal, which is this here, and came across a culvert. And he went under the canal and popped out just 500 meters from the Bailey Bridge, which is under there, at Zon, or some say Zon, because it's spelled Z-O-N on some things. To the German shock, there were right in front of them was a vital Bailey Bridge. Victory for the entire operation was within their grasp. American forces frantically scraped up anything nearby and threw themselves at the advancing Panthers. 10 men bazooka teams were thrown in and anything else that could be found. In the end, while the Dutch farmer had inadvertently helped the location of the German advance by his warning about the Domel Bridge, the tentative Germans had wasted so much time regrouping that the final attack came so late in the day that there wasn't enough time to attack the Bailey. A few miles to the south, the Germans also attacked to secure the town of Nuenen, which is down here. And its important location to launch further attacks to the south. Defending the town was the famous Easy Company of the 506th Regiment and a squadron of British tanks. Here the Germans were more successful and the town was secured. 107th Panzer Brigade's Panthers would withdraw with the coming of night and would later choose to meekly attack to the south of the Nuenen Bastion using standoff weapons over the next few days. Although disruptive to 30 Corps supply lines, the 107th was ultimately unsuccessful in the south and would have to wait until the major attack at Wegel on the 22nd for their next opportunity to win this battle. All right, so here we are. So this is a club route here, this purple road here going through Zon or Son. The units here, these Panzer Brigade with a company of infantry piggyback riding on the tanks are going to come down this road. They cannot leave any road on the map. They cannot, I'm sorry, they cannot be out of column. Is that right? They can't be out of column, and they must remain on the road the entire time. May not leave column or exit a road hex. That's going to hurt them a lot. And then these guys they're not in column. I'll probably put them in column coming down, disband, and then, try to attack Nuenen. Not a whole lot to plan here. So it's 4 command jets. It's direct command for both, I think. Direct command and then both division activations. There are no dispatch points, only command points. U.S. starts with 2. Kampfgruppe starts with 6. So they will get more points. All the chips go back in the cup. In this scenario, you play the last chip pulled and in the first turn, and then you put it back in the cup for the second turn. The last chip will be pulled. The winner is declared if the Bailey Bridge is destroyed. If they just take Nuenen, it's a draw. So really, you got to destroy the Bailey Bridge. The events include the Dutch farmer, which will reduce the command points by half, which is incredible. I think you roll a die. And then the other one is reinforcements. So there's this big old stack of reinforcements here for the Germans, which I feel like they're going to really need that, honestly. And then there's a few reinforcements here for the Americans, some glider pilots and some tank, and then all a bunch of Fallschirmjäger. No, that's not right. Yeah. Are they Fallschirmjäger or Luftwaffe troops? I honestly do not know who Clem is. It's a conf group, but it's just some mortars and some other stuff. Okay. All right, that's the scenario. This is Sun with the Wind, 1500 on September 20th and the 1700 turn. So 2 full turns. You can see Ty Games from the Front has played this one. So you can go check his videos out. He did those quite a few years ago. Again, this is using 1.1 rules. This is Where Eagles Dare of the Grand Tactical Series, GTS from MMP. This one is not currently planned to be updated, but I'm sure they'll get to it. Right now they're updating Where Eagles Dare, the Devil's Cauldron. I hope they do. I mean, I think they will. I guess it depends how hard that is to update the Devil's Cauldron. But Joe Chacon is Chacon? Sorry, Joe. Joe C is on it, and I need to reach out and say that I'm willing to help with that playtest or something, because I think I know the game decently enough now. So, all right, that's that. So this is going to go. It's really late at night, and I really want to start playing this. I don't know if I will. This will not go as fast as those previous ones I just played on the 11th of September. All right, we'll talk to you. Hopefully, I should say, hopefully there are some scenarios that McMurray's playing, and hopefully there's some other scenarios. So check the show notes, and we'll link to other games if they're being played by some of the other guys. I'll let you know that later. See ya. Okay, well, here's the order of the counters pulled. The direct one on the German direct was first by default of the game. Then we got German division, American division, and then American direct. So these guys called over here. They put the infantry going down that side of the river. Don't know if that was a good idea or not, but these tanks decided to come down this way and kind of finished here because of all their movement and with all that stuff and the points I had. They currently have 7 command points. The Americans have 5. They will get more, so they're guaranteed to get more because you use every counter, every chit in the game. Over here, wow. In these last couple of games I played, I rolled a 7 and eliminated the Americans on their very last thing. I said, let's pay and let's try to. They had a cohesion hit and were in column, and I said, hey, you know what? Let's try to neutralize them so they can't do much. Bam, killed them. Eliminated them. Had a 7, rolled a 7, eliminate. Wow, I did that in the prior game I played too, not of this one. Wow. So there's some interesting things to think about in this one. I mean, it's not a whole lot as far as strategy. Would be great to get those guys. I don't know where those guys come in on, but I can't imagine being much help. No event chits because I didn't roll any 9s on opportunity or direct fire. But that stunts that a lot. So they got this guy coming in. He's going to go out of column after seeing what happened there, but it's going to cost 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another one. So maybe, I don't know, man. So maybe move here for 1 and then out, and then they'll be in a fire zone. So maybe this tank move up close to him. Try to do some fun things. Well, the reason this guy was here was during a division, so this guy could get up here and move in at least the fire zone to here, but he didn't want to take shots from this guy. Wait, anyway. So that's where we are right now. I'd say it's not looking good for the Germans. I feel like I should have done more here. I think I fired. Oh, I did fire over here and get a cohesion hit on the gun, so that was good. I decided not to shoot at the bridge. If I'd shot the bridge, it just would have been a cohesion hit. So I don't know. That would have been halfway there. So maybe I should have done that. I'm just trying to mess with the gun a little bit. So those are all going to go back in the cup, get mixed up. I'd really like to get an event. That'd be cool to get some of these reinforcements to come in. And that's that. We'll see what happens at the end of, so that'll move us to the 1700 turn, so 5 o'clock on the 20th of September. Let's see what happens. See ya. All right, well, that is the end of the game at the 1700 hour on the 20th of September. The Bailey Bridge has been blown. So here was the order of the chits. Direct. I had a few, tried a couple things, not much happened. Drew the division. I said I got nice numbers. I got up to 11. So I did a few things. Again, not much happened. Direct command come out. I submitted a command point over here to shoot that. Nothing happened. I was super close. One thing I had failed to do is didn't recognize that, because if you flip that, it's transport. So they would have got down there a lot sooner, had a little firepower. Anywho, so I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything with them. I wasn't sure what to do with them, so I thought, let me move over here and do something. So I thought, well, let me give it a shot. Well, this guy starts at an 8. I rolled under that, so there was a 10, 9, 7, back up to an back up to an 8. I rolled a 7. 7 on dual purpose against an unarmored target is eliminated. Therefore, the game is won. The Bailey Bridge is knocked out. And that is that. It's on with the wind. Oh yeah, no 9s were rolled in the playing of this game, at least not on the rolls that mattered. So I did not get any events. So there were no events. I don't honestly feel like I did this attack well as the Germans. First of all, this was weird. I did not handle this well. I lost that unit to an elimination. Oh yeah, one of the bazooka teams was also killed when it moved. Like, don't move. With this guy, well, I mean, first of all, it's going to be harder to shoot, but when he does, it starts with an 8. Sorry, 7. So, I don't know, just bringing this guy up here like that just to get in column, to get shot down by these guys was crazy. You know, I thought, well, you should maybe go around here so that you at least get right in there so they can't see you until you, boom, move in there. So that's probably really the thing to do, and not realizing that this guy that transport would have helped too. So maybe you come off here and then you get off and go around the side. That woods might really slow you down. You got no arty, so you need to get past around here. There are no roads. So you kind of got to skirt here or come around this way. Not really that way. You got to come around this way maybe. I have to really look at the map and see, you know, what things cost and then column and blah, blah, blah. But, and then I saw Joey and Ty playing from a million years ago. And Joey sent all these guys around this way and flooded this guy, which is not a bad idea. It gives this guy more targets, gives him more to think about. So I think there's a few things to do differently. Noonan's a draw. I say go for that. And that's interesting. That's good thinking outside of what that kind of sets you up to do. But look at the victory conditions. Always the thing. Okay, that's it. Enough of that. We'll talk to you. See ya.